want to talk about something we often overlook in our fast-paced, noisy world: silence. We live in a time where everyone wants to be heard, where opinions flood every conversation, and where speaking loudly seems to be the only way to be noticed. But what if I told you that true power lies in silence? That sometimes being silent can actually bring you everything you desire in life. Silence is often misunderstood in today's world. People tend to associate it with weakness, shyness, or a lack of confidence. We are constantly encouraged to speak up, express our thoughts, and make our presence known. While there is value in being vocal when necessary, the power of silence is often underestimated. In reality, silence is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign of strength. It takes far more courage and self-control to remain silent when others are speaking than to talk just for the sake of being heard. Silence is a tool that, when used wisely, can lead to success, respect, and influence in every area of life. Silence allows you to observe and understand the world around you. When you are silent, you are not distracted by your own voice. Instead, you are fully present, listening carefully to what others are saying. You begin to pick up on details that others miss. You notice body language, tone of voice, and the subtle meanings behind words. This deeper understanding gives you an advantage. While others are quick to speak without thinking, you gather information to process situations with clarity and make better decisions. Your silence becomes a shield protecting you from impulsive mistakes. People who talk excessively often reveal more than they should. They expose their weaknesses, insecurities, and plans without realizing it. On the other hand, when you remain silent, you maintain an air of mystery. Others cannot easily predict your thoughts or your next move. This unpredictability makes you powerful. It keeps others on their toes, uncertain about your intentions. Silence gives you control over what people know about you, and that control is a form of strength. Silence reflects maturity and emotional intelligence. It shows that you are not easily provoked. When others try to pull you into arguments or provoke a reaction, your silence demonstrates self-discipline. You rise above petty conflicts and refuse to waste your energy on negativity. This composure earns you respect. People begin to see you as someone who is calm under pressure, someone who cannot be easily shaken. In professional settings, this quality can set you apart as a leader. Leaders are not those who talk the most. They are those who listen, think, and speak only when their words carry weight. Silence also helps you build trust and credibility. When you speak less, your words hold more value. People start to listen carefully when you do speak because they know your words are thoughtful and meaningful. You become known as someone who speaks with purpose, not just to fill the air. This reputation can open doors to opportunities, partnerships, and influence. Silence allows you to conserve your energy for action. While others exhaust themselves talking about their plans and seeking approval, you work quietly towards your goals. Your progress may not be visible immediately, but when the results appear, they speak louder than any words ever could. Success built in silence is often the most enduring because it is based on focus and hard work, not external validation. In a world that constantly demands noise and attention, choosing silence is an act of strength. It requires confidence to trust that your actions will speak for themselves. It demands patience to wait for the right moment to make your voice heard. But those who master the art of silence find themselves in control of their lives, their emotions, and their futures. Silence is not weakness. It is a quiet force that shapes the strongest individuals. It is the foundation upon which success is built. Those who understand this truth will discover that in silence, they hold the key to everything they desire. Mastering silence is not merely about staying quiet in a room full of people. It is about gaining control over your mind and emotions. Silence, when practiced intentionally, leads to self-mastery, the ability to govern your reactions, thoughts, and impulses. In a world where instant responses and quick reactions dominate, the individual who learns to pause and remain silent gains an undeniable edge. Self-mastery is not achieved overnight. It is a journey that requires patience, discipline, and an understanding of the power that silence holds. When you choose silence over immediate reaction, you give yourself the gift of time to think, time to assess, time to understand your emotions before they control you. In moments of anger or frustration, it is easy to speak harshly and later regret it. But those who have trained themselves in silence know the value of holding back. They do not allow temporary emotions to dictate their permanent relationships. They know that words once spoken cannot be taken back. Silence in these moments is not suppression, it is wisdom. It is the mark of someone who is in charge of their inner world. Practicing silence helps you develop patience. We often expect quick results in life, and when things don't go our way, we get restless. But silence teaches you to endure the waiting period without losing focus. It allows you to understand that everything good takes time. Whether it is personal growth, building a career, or nurturing a relationship, silence helps you remain steady. It keeps you grounded when the world around you is rushing. You learn to trust the process instead of forcing outcomes. This patience becomes your strength, making you resilient in the face of challenges. Silence also sharpens your ability to listen, not just to others, but to yourself. In the quiet moments, you begin to hear your own thoughts clearly. You reflect on your actions, your goals, and your direction in life. Self-reflection is a rare practice today because we are constantly surrounded by noise. But those who embrace silence gain clarity. They understand their strengths and weaknesses. They see their mistakes without self-judgment and find ways to grow. This inner dialogue helps you align your actions with your values, creating a life driven by purpose, not impulse. One of the most overlooked aspects of self-mastery through silence is the development of focus. In a world filled with distractions, silence becomes a shield. It blocks out the noise that pulls you away from your goals. When you work in silence, you are not seeking approval or validation from others. You are driven by your inner motivation. This focus allows you to complete tasks efficiently, outperforming those who are constantly talking about what they plan to do. Silence creates space for deep work, the kind of work that leads to excellence. Emotional stability is another reward of mastering silence. Life is unpredictable. Setbacks and disappointments are inevitable. But when you have cultivated silence within, you learn not to panic. You do not let fear or anxiety consume you. You pause, breathe, and respond with a clear mind. This ability to stay calm under pressure is a hallmark of strong individuals. It inspires confidence in those around you. People begin to see you as a person they can rely on in times of crisis. Silence transforms you from within. It molds you into someone who is not swayed by every challenge or criticism. You become someone who acts with intention, speaks with purpose, and lives with balance. Self-mastery through silence is not about being passive. It is about being powerful in the quietest way. It is the ability to lead yourself before leading others. It is the foundation for lasting success and inner peace. Those who master silence master themselves. And those who master themselves can achieve anything in life. In life, dreams and goals are often easy to speak about, but difficult to achieve. Many people spend their time talking endlessly about what they plan to do, the great successes they will achieve, and the life they desire. They announce their plans to the world, hoping for encouragement, validation, or applause. But what often happens is that the energy they should be using to work toward their goals gets drained in the process of talking. Words become a substitute for action. This is where silence becomes a game changer. Silence helps you stay focused on your goals by keeping you grounded, disciplined, and committed to your path. When you are silent about your plans, you protect your energy. You conserve the mental and emotional strength that would otherwise be scattered by sharing your ambitions prematurely. Talking about your goals may give you a brief sense of satisfaction, but it often reduces your motivation to follow through. The mind can sometimes interpret speaking about a goal as progress itself, tricking you into feeling accomplished before any real work is done. Silence eliminates this trap. It keeps you from seeking premature praise and instead shifts your focus toward actual effort and progress. Silence shields you from external negativity. When you openly discuss your goals, you expose yourself to the opinions of others, some supportive, but many doubtful, critical, or discouraging. Even well-meaning people may project their fears onto you, causing you to question your abilities. Their doubts can plant seeds of insecurity, making you second-guess your decisions. Staying silent protects your dreams from this noise. It allows your vision to grow in a private space, safe from the influence of those who may not see what you see. Silence helps you avoid unnecessary pressure. When you announce your plans, you create expectations, not just for yourself, but also for those around you. Every time you meet them, they may ask about your progress. This can create stress, especially if things are not moving as quickly as you hope. Instead of focusing on the journey and the quality of your work, you start worrying about explaining delays or setbacks. Silence frees you from this burden. You work at your own pace without feeling the constant need to prove yourself. When you work in silence, your progress becomes your priority. You are no longer distracted by explaining your actions or defending your choices. Your mind is clear, and your efforts are directed toward building something real. This kind of focus leads to deeper work. You become more productive because your energy is fully invested in what matters. Taking steps forward, solving problems, and improving your skills with no audience to impress, you develop the habit of working for the sake of excellence, not applause. Silence also fosters patience. Achieving meaningful goals often takes time. There will be moments when progress is slow and results are not visible. If you are constantly talking about your goals, the lack of visible success can make you anxious. You may feel pressured to force results just to prove you are making progress. But when you work silently, you understand that growth is not always seen immediately. You learn to trust the process. You value steady progress over quick results. This patience becomes your strength, allowing you to build something that lasts. Silence gives your results the loudest voice. When you achieve what you set out to do, your success speaks for itself. People will notice your achievements without you having to announce them. Your work becomes your proof. There is a unique power in letting your results do the talking. It commands respect. It shows that you are not someone who merely dreams, you are someone who acts. Working in silence allows you to focus on your goals without distraction, and when the time is right, your success will shine brighter than any words ever could. In life, relationships play a crucial role in our success and happiness. Whether in business, friendships, or personal connections, the ability to build deep, meaningful relationships can determine how far we go. However, many people believe that talking more is the key to forming strong bonds. They assume that constantly expressing their thoughts, opinions, and experiences will make them more likable or influential. In reality, the opposite is true. Silence, when used effectively, is a powerful tool for building trust, understanding others, and forming deep connections. People do not connect with those who only talk. They connect with those who listen. Listening is one of the most underrated skills in communication. Most people listen not to understand, but to respond. They are waiting for their turn to speak, thinking about what they will say next, rather than truly absorbing what the other person is saying. When you practice silence, you train yourself to listen actively. You begin to hear beyond the words being spoken. You notice emotions, intentions, and unspoken messages. This deep listening makes people feel valued and understood. When someone realizes that you genuinely hear them, they naturally trust and respect you more. Silence allows you to observe people on a deeper level. When you are quiet, you can pick up on nonverbal cues, facial expressions, body language, and tone of voice. These small details reveal more about a person's true thoughts and feelings than words alone. For example, someone may say they're fine, but their body language may indicate stress or sadness. This understanding enables you to respond with empathy and wisdom, strengthening your relationships. When you practice silence in conversations, you create space for others to express themselves. Many people go through life without feeling truly heard. They are surrounded by individuals who constantly talk over them, dismiss their opinions, or shift conversations back to themselves. But when you choose to stay silent and listen, you offer something rare, a genuine interest in what someone else has to say. This makes people feel comfortable opening up to you. They begin to trust you because they see that you are not just waiting for your turn to speak, but that you actually care. Silence also prevents misunderstandings and unnecessary conflicts. Often, people react too quickly in conversations. speaking out of anger, frustration, or misunderstanding. Words spoken in the heat of the moment can damage relationships beyond repair. However, when you learn to be silent and take a moment before responding, you give yourself the opportunity to think clearly. You avoid saying things you might regret, and you approach discussions with a calm and thoughtful mindset. This ability to pause and reflect strengthens relationships, making them more resilient in difficult situations. In professional settings, silence can make you appear more intelligent, confident, and respectable. People who speak too much often reveal more than they should, while those who are silent and measured in their speech are seen as more thoughtful and composed. When you listen more than you talk, you gain a reputation for being wise and dependable. Colleagues, bosses, and clients trust you because they see that you do not waste words. You speak only when necessary and with purpose. This can lead to better career opportunities, stronger professional relationships, and greater influence in your field. In personal relationships, silence allows for deeper emotional connections. Love and friendship are not just about words, they are about presence, understanding, and shared experiences. Sometimes being silent with someone, sitting together without feeling the need to fill the air with conversation, can be more meaningful than hours of talking. True connection is often found in the comfort of silence, where words are not needed to express care, respect, and understanding. Silence is not about avoiding communication. It is about enhancing it. It is about choosing to listen more, observe more, and speak only when your words add value. When you embrace silence, you create stronger, more meaningful relationships based on trust, understanding, and genuine connection. The power of silence in relationships is undeniable, and those who master it will find themselves surrounded by people who appreciate, respect, and trust them deeply. In a world where people are constantly seeking attention and validation, there is an undeniable power in being silent and keeping your plans to yourself. Silence creates an aura of mystery and unpredictability that can work in your favor, giving you an edge over those who reveal their every move. When you stop announcing your intentions and progress, you gain control over the narrative of your life. You become unpredictable, and this unpredictability is a source of power. People cannot interfere with your plans or undermine your efforts because they simply do not know what you are doing. Silence in this way becomes your greatest weapon. When you are silent about your goals, you reduce the chances of others sabotaging your success. Not everyone will support your dreams, and some may even work against you, whether out of jealousy, competition, or personal insecurities. When you speak too much about your ambitions, you expose your vulnerabilities and give others the opportunity to hinder your progress. But when you keep your plans to yourself, you protect your vision. You work quietly, away from prying eyes, and by the time others realize what you have achieved, it is already too late for them to interfere. Silence also keeps people guessing. When others cannot predict your next move, they become uncertain and uneasy. This gives you an advantage, especially in competitive environments like business or personal endeavors. When your actions are not easily read, you hold the upper hand. People may try to anticipate your steps, but because you reveal nothing, they are left making assumptions and guesses. This unpredictability places you in a position of strength. It allows you to move freely without the pressure of external opinions or expectations. Silence builds respect. People are naturally drawn to those who are composed and reserved. When you do not speak unnecessarily about your plans, you exude confidence. You show that you do not need validation from others. This quiet confidence is powerful. It makes others view you as someone who is in control, someone who does not seek approval, but instead focuses on results. When you finally reveal your success, people respect you even more because your actions, not your words, have proven your capability. Another significant advantage of silence is that it prevents you from overpromising and underdelivering. When you talk excessively about what you plan to do, you create expectations. People start measuring you against the standards you have set with your words. If you fail to meet those expectations, you risk losing credibility. However, when you work silently and achieve results before speaking, you avoid this trap. Your accomplishments speak for themselves. Silence fosters patience and resilience. Working quietly requires you to focus on your progress without seeking immediate validation. It teaches you to trust the process and stay committed even when the results are not yet visible. You develop inner strength because your motivation comes from within, not from external praise. This resilience becomes a critical asset in the face of challenges. While others may falter under pressure, you remain steady because you are not performing for others, you are working for yourself. When you let your success be the loudest sound, the impact is far greater. When you achieve something significant without prior announcements, it commands attention. People notice your results because they are unexpected and impressive. Your silence leading up to that moment amplifies the effect of your success. It shifts the focus from what you said you would do to what you actually accomplished. This kind of recognition is more valuable and enduring than any temporary praise received from talking about your intentions. Silence is a form of power. It shields you from negativity, gives you control over your journey, and amplifies your success when the time is right. Those who understand the power of keeping their moves private become unstoppable, moving silently toward their goals while others are still talking. In a world filled with constant noise and distractions, silence can be one of the greatest strengths a person can develop. Many believe that speaking up at every opportunity is the best way to command attention and respect. But in reality, the ability to remain silent and composed speaks volumes. Silence is often misunderstood as weakness or passivity, but in truth, it is a sign of confidence, intelligence, and inner strength. Those who master the art of silence gain a level of self-control that allows them to navigate life with greater wisdom and power. They understand that silence is not about avoiding communication, but about choosing when and how to speak for maximum impact. One of the greatest benefits of silence is the way it commands respect. When a person speaks less, their words carry more weight. People who constantly talk without purpose tend to be ignored over time because their words lose significance. However, those who speak sparingly but with intent naturally draw attention when they finally do speak. Their silence builds anticipation, making others more eager to listen. This is why great leaders, thinkers, and strategists are often people of few words. They understand that speaking only when necessary gives them authority and credibility. Silence also reflects confidence. People who are unsure of themselves often feel the need to talk excessively to fill the silence. They seek validation through words, hoping that others will approve of their thoughts and actions. On the other hand, those who are secure in themselves do not need to prove anything to anyone. They are comfortable with silence because they know their value does not depend on constant talking. This quiet confidence makes them appear stronger and more composed in any situation. Others naturally respect and admire individuals who can maintain their composure without needing to seek attention. Another significant advantage of silence is that it prevents unnecessary conflicts. Many arguments and misunderstandings arise because people speak without thinking. Words said in anger or frustration can cause lasting damage, leading to broken relationships and missed opportunities. However, those who practice silence know the power of restraint. They do not react impulsively, but instead take time to assess a situation before responding. This ability to pause and reflect allows them to respond with wisdom rather than emotion. In doing so, they maintain their dignity, avoid unnecessary drama, and handle conflicts with grace. Silence also helps in understanding others better. When people talk too much, they often miss important details about the people around them. However, when one remains silent and observant, they notice things others overlook: body language, tone of voice, and the emotions behind words. This deeper level of understanding allows them to interact with others more effectively. Whether in business, personal relationships, or leadership, the ability to truly listen and read between the lines gives a person a significant advantage. They make better decisions because they are well informed and aware of the bigger picture. Beyond external advantages, silence also fosters inner peace. In today's fast-paced world, people are bombarded with information, conversations, and social media updates. Many feel the need to constantly engage, leading to mental exhaustion. However, those who embrace silence give themselves the space to think, reflect, and recharge. They develop clarity of mind, allowing them to focus on what truly matters. Silence creates room for self-discovery, helping individuals understand their own thoughts, emotions, and goals without external influence. This inner peace makes them more resilient in the face of challenges and more capable of handling life's uncertainties with calmness. Silence is not about being invisible. It is about being powerful in a way that most people do not realize. It is a skill that separates the impulsive from the wise, the insecure from the confident, and the ordinary from the extraordinary. Those who understand the value of silence do not waste words. They use them purposefully. They do not seek validation from others. They find it within themselves. They do not let noise distract them from their path. They move forward with quiet strength. In a world where everyone is trying to be heard, those who master silence stand out the most.